you could start with slide 1, please. Now, as most of us age, our poor diet choices become painfully clear with stored extra fat in areas we'd rather not have it, usually around your midsection and love handles. And when choosing a diet, there's many different forms of diets available, and the internet is chock full of information, and the average individual can become extremely overwhelmed very fast. My name is Kevin Packer, and I am going to be focusing my technical presentation on the ketogenic diet, describing how it actually is different and healthy for the average dieter looking to lose those few extra pounds that you've gained in your 30s or 20s. Now, choosing the right foods for fuel is the foundation of this diet. And if you think of your body, it's similar to a hybrid car where it has two different forms of fuel that it can use to produce the energy needed for you to stay awake in your classes. Now, what makes the ketogenic diet different is that it focuses on 4 key nutrients found in most all food that you eat on a daily basis. If you can change to slide 2. The first that we'll be discussing is carbohydrates. Now, carbohydrates are the easiest form of fuel for your body to break down. It can be found in grains, processed foods, sugars, anything not used for fuel is then stored in your body. Slide 3. Fiber is the second nutrient. It is also a form of a carbohydrate. However, your body can't break it down for fuel. Its primary use is for digestive health, to make sure that your intestines are able to absorb the nutrients in the food that you're consuming to maintain a relatively healthy body and lifestyle. Fiber is a good form of carbohydrate with the keto diet. Slide 4. Now, protein is the third nutrient. It is responsible to help build, repair, and replace dead cells within the body. These are found in eggs, meats, nuts, dairy. Beans are also a high protein food, but they're also high carbohydrate, so it's not a beneficial food for the ketogenic diet, ideally. Slide 5. Healthy fats or fatty acids are the fourth and final nutrient that we're going to be focusing on, and is actually the primary nutrient that the ketogenic diet revolves around. It's the second source of fuel for your body, and it can be found also in dairy, in mixed nuts once again, also in meats, especially fish, avocados, and green olives, just to name a few. And the ketogenic diet focuses on your intake of carbohydrates plus your intake of protein, which needs to be less than or equal to your fatty acid intake. If you could change to slide 6. Now, choosing which fuel for your body to use is where the ketogenic diet is different. Most Americans live a life of fast foods, pizzas, McDonald's, Burger King, all of which have a high concentration of carbohydrates, which then gives your body the energy it needs because it's readily available to digest. Now, Jan Sheehan is an award-winning award-winning medical and nutritional writer, and she explains how the carbs are broken down into glucose, which glucose is then used to transmit the nutrients throughout the body and give you the energy needed throughout your day. Anything extra is stored in the liver and the muscles to be used later, and is mostly found in any simple sugar, which most refined foods have a plethora of the refined sugars. Now, there are 2 types of carbohydrates, simple and complex, and by definition, simple basically means it's very simple for your body to digest. These are found in, once again, the refined sugars and in fruits and vegetables. Complex carbohydrates are a little bit harder to digest and to break down. These are found in your grains, your pastas, bread, starchy vegetables, potatoes, which we here in Idaho absolutely love. And too many carbs, your body will keep on storing them, ready to use them for energy. Now, fats are our second form of fuel within our hybrid bodies. Now, Dr. David Jockers is a doctor of natural medicine, and he describes how the fat is broken down within the liver, and then the liver secretes an enzyme called ketones. Ketones work essentially the same as glucose in that it transmits the nutrients throughout your body in order to give you the fuel that you need and to repair any damaged cells. This is where the diet is different in that it focuses on maintaining the level of ketones in your blood as opposed to glucose. Now, when you're using ketones, you're said to be in a state of ketosis, which is defined by your body switching from your carbohydrate fuel to your ketone fuel. In a study by Dr. Hussein Dashti, as well as others, which was published in the National Library of Medicine, National Institute of Health, he conducted a 24-week study of 83 obese individuals who had a body mass index of 35, which is very high. I think anything above 28 is considered obese. All of the subjects, their good cholesterol raised and their bad cholesterol lowered, and all of the patients or all of the subjects had a significant loss in weight through all stages of the study. Now, when most people think of the keto diet, they've probably heard of the name Drew Manning, or have at least seen his face. He wrote the book Fit to Fat to Fit, where he was already a healthy man, chose to change his diet to be the average American diet, fast food, pizza, high sugar drinks, and gained an extraordinary amount of weight, and his cholesterol levels went through the roof. Now, he did that for 6 months and then switched back to his keto diet for 6 months and lost all of the weight that he had gained, and his cholesterol levels returned to the lower healthy levels that they were prior to his experiment. At first, changing to a ketogenic diet is difficult, but as you progress, as you take it one day at a time, it becomes very easy to find out which foods you cannot eat, which ones are good for you in order to get you into the state of ketosis, and to be successful with this form of a diet if you chose to do so. Now, in conclusion, understanding which fuel your body uses is key in the keto diet. Lessening your amount of carbs and increasing the amount of healthy fatty acids is where your body switches to change which fuel source it needs to sustain your day. As I mentioned, with the results of Drew Manning and Dr. Dashti's research, the ketogenic diet is proven to work for most anybody. Now, anyone who does choose to make a drastic change in their diet should consult a doctor. I am not one and never claimed to be, but you want to make sure that you are already healthy and that this diet is a good idea for you to put your body through the changes necessary in order to drop those extra pounds. Once again, my name is Kevin, and I thank you for your time.